parents loved foliage season. Every fall during foliage, on Sunday afternoons, my sister, my mother and father and I would get in the car and we'd go for a ride to see the color. And every time we went, my father, at one point or another, would pull off on the side of the road, stop the car, and turn to the back seat and say, "Girls, I want you to look at this view. I want you to really look at the mountains and the color and appreciate it. Lots of people come from miles around to see this, and you have it here every day." I thought of this when I was thinking about introducing our guest speaker today. We have in our midst, in this garden club, a number of very experienced floral designers. And Valerie Cleary is certainly one of those. Valerie has been in this club for 40 years, and for 40 years she has been designing floral arrangements and winning accolades, not only in Vermont, but throughout the region. We're very, very fortunate to have her and the other designers. Valerie has told me that she loves designing and she loves sharing those designs and teaching even more. We are very, very happy to have Valerie with us today, and we appreciate her.
Thank you. So, without further ado, I'm going to start talking to you a little bit, and I'm going to pass these out as I do, and we'll start them on both sides. These are photographs of designs that feature line. Flowers in a basket are beautiful, but the Japanese particularly created a way to use line design to augment, and I'll give that there. She's going to do this one. So for years I studied Ikebana, and for years I've been fascinated with the idea that linear additions to a design, like this crazy one, where this woman actually braided a palm frond, that takes an hour or two, and turned it into a very interesting line. I'll start this one over here. And so, in addition to looking at all kinds of pictures, I'm going to create some line designs. Look at this one. Look at the magic that's happening in there. And also on the back, look at the interesting line in this one. And you can feel, again, here's another example. So simple. I'll give you that one to pass. Here's a crazy example. This woman went to great detail to create it. I'm going to do 3 designs, and I want 2 brave people to come up, and one is going to take this complicated branch and simplify it so that it looks more like what you have in front of you, or what you see up here and here and here, so that there will be interesting angles and spaces for flowers, okay? And the other person, so think about whether you want to be brave enough to do that. And sometimes when I do this, I have a background, so you can hide behind the background. Today, no, you're right, out in the open. The other person is going to take one of my favorite things, and only a few pieces of it. This is called equisetum. Equisetum is a weed. It's also called horsetail. It's a very interesting piece of horticulture as far as I'm concerned, because It's hollow. It has hollow end. Indians used to cut the top end off and use it as a breathing tube underwater to hide from their enemies. And it's called equisetum, equus for horse, and that has nothing to do with Indians. So, but what you can do with this is you can bend it. So, or you can use it straight, or you can just, anybody know what this is? Harry Potter's walking stick. Now, do we have any volunteers to prune the branch? Thank you, ma'am. Come right on up. Okay. Keep your back to them. Okay? So what should we do it, Jake? Any volunteers to work with the equisetum? Come on. Atta girl. We're getting braver by the minute. And then I'm going to add the flowers. So, yes. So you're going to put it in here. You've got 2 different flowers.
Okay.
You don't have to use them both. Okay. Okay? So just, and pay no attention. They can't see me. Watching me. I put this one together first. And I know you're going to ask me what the plant material is. So, we have Pittosporum. We have Hypericum right here. We have Campanula is the purple, okay? And then, yeah, notice the line that we have. I have covered the mechanics with good old stones. And that's important because if you're entering something like this in a flower show, you cannot, the judges have to stand here. I'm the judge. The judges have to stand here, and don't let them see Oasis. I cut this earlier. It's been in, are you both finished? Wow, awesome.
If I kept going, I would have destroyed it.
All right, stand to the side so they can see your work. Wow, awesome.
Yeah. I think I should take more off.
You're in charge, not me. So, the idea here is when you design something, try to involve your audience a little bit. People are inherently nosy. So they want to know what's going on back there. Well, there's a third mum back there. You have to be almost on top of it to see it. Just to complete it, to bring the eye up, I'm going to take one more piece. And notice I chose a narrow one because good old Mother Nature, if you think about, if you look at a tree, where are the heaviest branches on a tree? The bottom. And as they go up, they get lighter and thinner. And that's what you want to duplicate. So if I use something that had, let's see if I can find one, that had, we'll just pretend this is all growing on the same stem. If I use this up high and this down low, it doesn't look right. So pay attention to Mother Nature. She's always got it right. It is Campanula. This is when covering all of your oasis gets to be really tricky. Now, to me, it looks like it needs a third. Right? Good. We're training your eyes. And where should it go? The person, where should it go?
Left side. Left side. Beautiful.
Now, just in case I need, this is a wonderful thing to have in your collection. These are all, when we used to decorate cakes. So, again, we want to feature the wonderful curve that's going on here. So I don't want to come in here and stick stuff in front of here. I'm going to arrange behind it. Try to put some interesting flowers at the back of your design, sometimes even facing backwards. My point is, the magic, additional magic about a flower show is that you have to interpret words. So I'm trying not to cover up too much of this. All right, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with this?
Keep falling down.
It's the same length.
Yes.
Don't
Do that.
It becomes much more interesting if there is a way to bring it into the design, right? Okay. Now, keep doing. Okay, one more, right? How about right down in there?
Oh, in the middle, okay.
Okay, just like that. This is seeded eucalyptus because it will last and last and last. You'll still have it at Christmas time. It is my go-to. Okay, now, in this one, I'm going to start with loose stripe, which is the white, and we're going to, this one, whoa,
What are you sticking it in?
okay, so I want your eye to come down this way, okay, can you see that? And then we'll put this one in, which is a little bit longer. And see how, I'm going to use this way. Which I will. Whoops. Now you would never do this at home, because once you stick a piece of floral material into Oasis, you've created an air hole. So you have to move it. So you never stick it back in the same place. But these are not, I'm not expecting these to last very long. So then, and I don't know why I do these ahead of time and take pictures. I never pay any attention to what I've done. So then, because this fascinates me, and I don't want to upset that line, so I'm not going to make it tall. Now, why did I not put that at the same level? Because I want your eye to come down. I want motion, okay? And then we're just going to take some pittosporum and cover the mechanics. And again, even with the greens, I don't want the greens at the same level. Okay? It's missing something. What would you add?
Pop a color. Another color, yellow. Pop color, yellow. No?
No,
I
I
like
think,
those. A little height.
Another purple flower.
look what happens when I do this.
Oh, yeah. Kind of feels that.
Yes. Yeah. What a group. You don't need me.
So Valerie, a mechanic is anything that's not the flowers?
The mechanics are what is used to support the flowers where you want them to be. Okay? So the mechanic can be a pin holder. There's a man, as a matter of fact, I've been watching, I watch at 6:30 in the morning on my iPhone. There's a man who is, I think he's Japanese, and he's working in these very heavy pots, which you would have to do what he's doing, because he's cutting stems. These, like, if I did this, I could get 2 or 3 short pieces of stem, and then he bundles them, and then he sticks the flowers in there, so no oasis. I think that the forks, pardon me?
A fort to hold it up.
That's right.
So how does
And-
it hydrate?
It, I think that the industry is trying to find a better oasis as far as the environment is concerned. Because you can't, you can't reuse this stuff. And I dry it out, let it dry out, and then I use it in dry arrangements. That you can do. But, basically, so shall I put this in or leave it out?
Leave it in.
Leave it? Leave it. Simplicity, good for you guys. Okay. Now, so those are the 3 that, from the beginning. Now let's see what I can do over here. Or you've given me an interesting space. Since we're doing this together, here are your choices. Sunflower, blue stripe, mum, or delphinium. The delphinium in the summer is about this tall. Well, this is what we have to take here. I don't think that's, I think we need something that's a little more pop. Why? What did Mother Nature teach us?
Too fat.
Down at the bottom, right.
No, that could be fun.
No, see why I ended up using this up now? We could try this. What do you think?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay? Incidentally, in any floral class that you take with me, you will hear me say 100 times, keep your
Workspace clean.
area clean. You know why? You should know why by now. Because this is a visual exercise. And if I have a bunch, especially doing a mass arrangement, if I have a bunch of stuff laying on the table, it confuses my eye. That's why we're doing these against a blank background, okay? If I did it against the drapery, it would be lost. So, when you try this at home on your own, which I certainly hope you will, please keep your area clean. You need something to take in the first place, you need a third. But I also want to bring the eye backwards. Gives it depth. Okay? Now, I haven't done anything, ladies, that you couldn't do. This is too heavy. Short. Isn't that better?
Oh, yeah.
Now, let's try some paragon for fun. Okay. So, notice that the purple is almost hidden.
But it's nice.
So you're drawn in. I love the fact that human beings are so nosy. They want to know what's back there. And if you ever want to impress judges in a flower show, put flowers facing backwards. They love them. And I prohibited Mary from talking about what I've done, but I am a master judge. And I loved judging for years. At 81, I decided I want to inspire rather than judge. So that's what you're going to have to put up with. Sorry.
What is that?
Pardon me?
What is that that you're cutting?
This is Pittosporum. Okay. Just going to use this to cover the mechanics because I don't want those judges knocking me down. I think that one's done. And remember what I said about put a flower backwards. Draw them in. Now, not for the forehead. Throw another color in there? What do you think?
Yes.
Yes? And I love the fact that there's now a new trend in floral design, commercial floral design, where they use flowers where we've always used greenery at the bottom. You'll see designs that have flowers all the way around. Sometimes it works, sometimes not so much. Okay, so we've got two things going on. I think that's enough. Now I'm going to cover this. Now, I chose not to put anything up here because I absolutely love what you do.
Oh,
I do. I mean, we could put flowers in here, but I think